tonight, right? We're here for Ant Parcell. The least working class person I've ever met in my life. Has come all the way from St Albans on a carriage to perform in front of all of his friends and family. I want you all to give him a massive welcome because he's a brilliant comic and a great friend. Hello everyone. RG's nicked my first joke anyway, so about the decorations. We get 6 months to organise this thing. Paul does most of it and Harji. I was in charge of Christmas decorations. Thank you very much. Looks like a hostage video back here, doesn't it? The T-shirt is to preempt the general consensus at the end of the show. But I do procrastinate. The thing is, I got 6 months to prepare for this, right? And I should have written a script. I wrote it on the train, as Marcus knows. I can't even see it anyway, so it doesn't matter. But I procrastinate. If I've got to do something, I always find something else to do. I go, I'll write that script. I should really watch Game of Thrones from the beginning though, shouldn't I? And before I know it, I've done fuck all. And I've got no concentration span at all. I still haven't even learnt the full words to the new national anthem. Why the fuck did they change it? I can't get used to it. It's got all new words. But now, fucking bastards. I got no concentration span, right? I get bored really quickly as well. So I'm supposed to write my script. Can't be asked. I'll give you an example, right? I went on a holiday of a lifetime once. This sounds great. I mean, this is a fantastic trip, right? I went to the Arctic Circle to see killer whales. I know, amazing, right? Amazing. Got on a plane, 6 o'clock in the morning, 6 hours to Norway, a couple of hours on a coach, 2 hours on a boat, in the middle of the Arctic Circle. Then all of a sudden, you're standing there on the edge. Fucking killer whale shoots at you like, fuck, man, that's amazing. Killer whale, another one. Baby killer whales like this, fucking like this now. Oh, killer whales. Killer whales. You got anything else? Fucking bollocks, man. Fucking killer whales. How long are we here for? Can't watch killer whales for another hour. They said, well, we have got another thing you can do. You can swim with them if you want. You put on a wetsuit. Have you seen the Attenborough programme? You know the one that recently about the ice, the cold weather? I ain't fucking dressing as a seal and getting in there. I'd rather go home. Anyway, Christmas, right? Christmas. Happy Christmas, everyone. Parji was talking about shit Christmas presents. Last year, as you get older, right, people think, oh, you don't need anything, you've got everything. Well, I haven't got everything. I want a PlayStation, get me something good. They don't, right? They go, I'll get you a worthy Christmas present. I'll donate to charity. Don't donate to charity on my behalf, thanks very much, give me a PlayStation. But they don't, right? They go, this is what I got last year, right? I got a star named after me, an acre of the moon, and I sponsored a fucking donkey. Right? Basically, I've got fuck all. I've got 3 certificates with dubious legal credentials. I don't own that star, do I? And anyway, I rang the donkey sanctuary. Apparently I'm not allowed to ride it. How's it my donkey? I can't dress it up as an elf and film it for YouTube, nothing. Might as well not have the fucking donkey. But I can't afford Christmas, like everyone this year. Cost of living, innit? Cost of living crisis, can't afford fuck all. So all I can do now, I shop for essentials now. I mean, Harji says I'm middle class. I'm the most middle class, working class man he knows from St Albans. So I used to shop at Waitrose essentials. You know, essential pimientos, essential star anise, that sort of stuff. I see myself as working class, right? I did a survey online. It was a BBC survey online, right? And it said, questions. Answered all the questions. And it said, you're middle class. I'm like, I was so fucked off. Took me 2 bottles of Chablis to calm down. But I can't shop in Waitrose anymore. I can't afford Waitrose. And where I live in Northampton now, I moved there a couple of years ago. I moved there with my teenage son. He went up to his room. I haven't seen him since 4 years ago. I think he's still there. But we got a lot of Lidl and Aldi in Northampton. We only got Waitrose, right? So I shop on from the essential range there. The essential range there, it's just like tin of meat, tin of vegetables, welding helmet, gazebo. I've got my girlfriend's Christmas presents there. I've got her some Alvin Klein underwear. Lovely Dolce and Banana bag. Buy myself some, go along, get all your shopping, you get your Cheetah Bix, your Jarmite, your Hairy Milk and all that. Fucking brilliant. But I can't afford to go on holiday either. Right? Nobody can go afford, no one can afford anything, right? But the thing is, I hate flying for a start, but there's no point going anywhere because everyone fucking hates us, don't they? Everywhere in the world hates us. Because a few years ago, we've ostracised ourselves from everyone. Brexit did it, and just everyone hates us. The only good thing about it, like at the football, I don't know if you know at the football, everyone's singing the national anthem that I don't know the words to, right? They're all singing it, but it is so dull, our national anthem, that when the opposition are booing, which is everyone, it sounds like they're singing along. And I can't remember where I was going with that bit. Oh yeah, holidays. Can't fucking afford to go anywhere, and it's good because everyone fucking hates us. Brexit. I mean, like we want to go away, in Europe, right? But only a few years ago, we were like an ex-girlfriend who's dumped, an ex-boyfriend who's dumped a girlfriend, right? Then a few years later, you ring up and go, "All right, Spain, yeah, it's Britain here, yeah. I know. I said you were shit and all that, and we didn't have nothing to do with you. But when it's hot in the summer, right? Do you mind if me and a couple of thousand of my mates come over and puke all over your pavement?" And Spain's like, "You know what? Why don't you go on holiday with your new mates? I hear you've been getting pretty close to Rwanda. They'll be happy to have you. Go over there and get pissed." Holidays used to be better when I was younger though. When you're young, like you lot, right, what you do is you save up a bit of money, you go abroad, and you just spend all of it on beer. That's what you do. And when I was young, we used to have loads of different currencies, and we could never work it out. So you go to Greece, right, or wherever, and they go, "How much money you got?" 80 million drachma, right? And you go, "How much is that?" And you're like, "Oh, fuck knows, I don't know, fucking loads." And they go, "How much is a pint?" And you go, 18,000 drachma. So then, that becomes your currency point then. You go, everything you convert. You go, "How much is the bus?" 48,000 drachma. How much is that? 4 pints. I'm not getting on the bus then, because I'd rather have 4 pints. That's what you do. But as you get older, all you do when you go abroad, go and look at stuff. Fucking pointless, because televisions are really good nowadays. What's the point of even going there in the first place? Might as well just do that. But as I said earlier, right, this trip to Norway to see killer whales, not only was it boring as fuck, right, but also, I hate flying. Really, really hate flying, right? I'm scared of flying. So I get to the airport and you see this massive metal thing. Now, metal's not particularly renowned for its floatiness, is it? So I'm scared, and then you'll get someone who turn around and they always say to you, "I don't know why you care about flying. You've got more chance of winning the lottery." And it's like, no offence, mate, and no offence, or when someone goes, "No offence," means you're going to fucking offend them, doesn't it, straight after? "No offence, but you look a bit fat." That sort of thing. No offence, mate, but you do the lottery. You're expecting to win the lottery, so I could be afraid of flying. And the thing is, I get to the airport, right, and I see all these people. It's a really heavy plane. I don't know how it's going to fucking take off in the first place. And then there's people dragging really heavy suitcases on the plane. I'm like, "Oh, for fuck's sake, it's heavy enough as it is. What's wrong with you?" But you get to the customs, and they only let you take little stuff in now, don't they? Which is brilliant. Little tiny eyedroppers of liquids and stuff, and I'm fantastic. This is great. There's no more heavy stuff. And they get into the duty free. All of a sudden, everything's fucking massive. Now you can buy a Chupa Chup the size of your head, a Serrano ham. Have you seen that shot? Who the fuck drags a Serrano ham on a plane? You get a Toblerone that's so big you can literally lean it up against the plane and climb on board using it. Dragging the Ferrari you won on the raffle. I don't want to get on the fucking plane. Here's another thing before I go, right? I'm just a little word of wisdom here from someone who grew up in the 70s. Just to let you know, dogs, right? They can eat chocolate. They can. My dog virtually lived on chocolate in the 70s. All dogs lived on chocolate in the 70s. We used to eat chocolate and crispy pancakes most nights. But I bumped into a couple in the park. I was walking in the park the other day, and there was bumped into this bloke. His name was Rex. And I was like, "That's a nice, whatever the fuck that is." It looked like It looked like it had been invented in a lab, right? By a man who only had a book of gerbils to go by. So this bloke, Rex, I was like, what the fuck's that? What is its name? He's like, this is Colin. But when did we swap names? This is the other thing, right? When did humans and dogs swap names? Was it around the 80s, 90s? Just the bloke, Rex. And I was like, can I give him a bit of chocolate? He's like, you can't give it chocolate, it'll kill it. He's like, we wouldn't have killed 70s dogs when they were real dogs. Might have killed that gerbil, but not proper dogs. It won't kill them. Right? And also, another thing, ducks, right? They can eat bread. They fucking love bread. They always have loved bread. And you know, like when they stopped feeding ducks bread, do you remember about, I don't know, the 1990s or something? All of a sudden they're like, there's no Canada geese here anymore. Fucking right, because there's no bread here anymore, is there? They didn't bother coming back, did they? They're not feeding them bread. Back in the 70s, you go up to them and you go, there's some bread, there's a curly whirly, whatever. It's much you can anything. Ducks. Nowadays, the park keeper, whatever it is, they go, oh, you've got to feed them this bag of grain. Bag of grain, you throw it in there, it just floats on the surface. The ducks are like looking at me going, man, please, mate. How the fuck am I going to fly to Canada on this shit? You got a curly whirly or something? Right, good night, thanks very much.